Hey everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we are checking out what's new in the latest Tesla software update version 2022.4.5. So let's look at the release notes first. Now there's 3 official documented changes in these release notes, but make sure you stick around till the end of this video because I'll be talking about 4 additional undocumented changes in this release. So first up on the list is some improvements to the regen braking in autopilot. Tesla has tweaked the algorithm, which means at lower speeds now it will actually use more regen in order to give you higher efficiency and an improved driving experience. So when you're stuck in stop and go traffic, this should result in better braking performance. So we'll test this out later on in the video, so make sure you stick around for that. Next on the list is a bit of a fun feature called the car colorizer. What this will allow you to do is tweak the color of the car that displays on your screen and in your app as well. So we'll go through this and show you how it's done. And last on the list is the return of the ability to save dashcam clips as a shortcut. So you'll notice this as a common trend in this update is Tesla has actually reverted back and brought back some of the features that were missing from the version 11 software update, such as the ability to have these shortcuts in place. So we'll talk about some of these a bit later on. Let's jump to the car colorization option and show you how it works. So there's 2 ways you can access this. You could either go into the toy box and you will see the colorizer option pop up there, or you could go into your car settings, software, and you will notice just above the car name is a little shortcut that you can click on, which will present the colorizer option. So here we have a color wheel where you can change the color. You also have 3 different options for the paint type. You could have a solid paint, metallic paint, or a matte paint. So let's look at the solid option first, and let's say I want a hot pink color. So once I change it and put my slider right there, you can see now that my car is showing as a hot pink. Let's see what metallic turns out to be. So you can see that there's definitely a bit of a metal tone there, and matte looks very similar to solid, I would say. So let's quickly flip between. I would say solid is a bit lighter and matte is a bit darker. Now a really nice touch here is that the color not only changes on the display here, but on your Tesla mobile phone app as well. So if I was to change my color here, you will see that in a few seconds it reflects on my phone app as well. There you go. Takes a few seconds, but hey, it still shows up, so that's pretty cool. And if I can change my few options here, you will see that it changes through in the app as well. So let's move on to green. See, it was much quicker this time around. There you go. So that's pretty cool. You can also save these colors by pressing the plus button, and you will now notice that it adds that color in your tray. So I believe you can add a bunch of different colors. I think it's up to 8 from what I believe. And if you want to remove a color, if you don't like it, you can just press and hold it and press the little X icon at the top. If you want to revert back to the original color of the car, you can just click on this icon again and you'll see that my car turns white again. So that's a pretty cool feature. Let's move on to the Save Dashcam Clips icon. So if I go to my app drawer here, you will now see that there's a button for Dashcam, and I can just hold it and drag it through my apps bar. So once you're driving, now you no longer have to go into settings and press on the record button to save your dashcam clip. You can just come here and click this icon instead and it will save your dashcam clip. So it's good to have it as a shortcut. So now moving on to some of the undocumented features in the release, I must say my favorite by far is the return of the shortcuts in the top bar here. So no longer do I have to go into my settings in order to change my driver profile. I can just do it from the quick settings bar here up the top. So it's nice to have this feature back after it was taken away from version 11. There's also a shortcut for Sentry mode, and you will notice that both these shortcuts show up when your car is parked. If you move your car to drive mode, they will disappear. So Tesla has made these shortcuts more dynamic, which is nice to see. Another feature that's returned is the ability to find nearby supercharging stations. So if I click on this, you will notice that this feature was actually removed from version 11 for some reason. But now I can toggle the speeds of the different chargers and see the quick chargers that I have near my area. So that's pretty cool. Next feature is the ability to choose your audio sources in your music app. So if I go into my existing audio sources, you can see that there's quite a few things that show up in this list. But what if I didn't use Tidal or TuneIn? Well, now you can actually turn those completely off. So going into my settings, you will see that there's a new option here for sources, and now I have the option of turning Tidal and TuneIn off completely. So going back into my sources, you will see that they no longer appear in that list. And the last of the undocumented changes is unfortunately something I can't show you in this car because it's only relevant to the newest 2022 Model 3s. And that's the ability to have windscreen wiper defrost. So going into your climate control settings here, there will now be a new icon if you have that new hardware for defrosting your windshield wipers, so that's pretty cool. Something I can show you though is a quick demo of the new improved region braking in autopilot. So let's jump onto that. Alright, so we're just heading out to test the new improved region braking in the autopilot, so let's see how it performs. So let's put our car in autopilot here, so I just double tap the stalk. Now let's see how the braking performs as we approach some traffic ahead. Here we go, just about to approach traffic, and I can already see the region green bar coming on. That definitely felt much smoother this time. So Tesla has definitely done something behind the scenes where it does now use more region braking, so it feels a lot smoother and more subtle. The braking sometimes could have been a bit jerky in the past, so definitely an improvement there. Now this also works with just cruise control as well, so you don't have to have autopilot on if you don't like auto steer, for example. So we'll give it a test with that as well. So I'll put it on cruise control now, and let's see how it does on these sets of lights. See the green bar popping up? Yep, definitely the same thing, much smoother this time. I know it's probably a little hard to tell the difference over the camera, but it's something you just have to feel for yourself. Now the good thing is that using region braking will mean that we are putting less wear and tear on the brakes itself. So that's definitely a bonus. So that's been a quick demo of the new improved region braking in this new update. Let me know what you think once you've had a chance to experience it for yourself. And until next time, stay charged.